Can any one of you tell me the biggest producer of gold, platinum, and even diamonds? Hi, as you know me, my name is Esther Chira, and today I have an opportunity to talk to you about South Africa and its wild and rich culture. Ever since Nelson Mandela was released from prison, he served 27 years trying to protect and fight for peace and equality for South Africa. I've always wanted to visit this nation. As they said, it's a developing nation. It has very many resources. First, I'll talk to you about its history, how it was formed, and then I'm going to talk to you about its cultural events, and then lastly, I'm going to talk to you about the tourist attractions. Some countries have a history, but not South Africa. South Africa has a profound history. It goes all the way back to the 4th century. That's when the first explorer, Vasco da Gama, came to explore South Africa and found a beautiful nation. Soon after that, more and more explorers joined him in their adventure, and they decided to find gold. They found gold one time, and then before long, the white people now, that Vasco da Gama was an Italian guy, they decided to put laws preventing blacks from buying land, their own land that has gold and silver. But now, those laws which were put later on, Nelson Mandela will come to fight for these, to remove all these laws. That's how apartheid came in, that black people cannot go to certain areas of the land, and they cannot own land, and it's their own land. So there was a big fight, and Nelson Mandela was in for 27 years, and then finally became the first president of South Africa in 1994. Okay, second, we're going to look at the cultures of South Africa, the rich and wild cultures of South Africa. We have about 11 official languages spoken in South Africa. They have freedom of religion, and they have a good education system. They still value education system. One of the weirdest culture that I found was the Bukusi tribe, that allows a man to marry as many wives as he wants. That is seen by the community as a wealth. The many wives he has and children is seen as the wealth. Another culture that they have, which was interesting to me, was that they love outdoors. They don't stay indoors like Americans we do here. They're always outdoors. If there's a tournament or a football or anything, they're just always outside trying to enjoy the sun and have a social community within all of themselves. Okay, now we have talked about the history, we have talked about the culture. Now I'm going to talk to you about the tourism. Lately on the news, we've had people speak about how the indigenous tribes were fighting and trying to chase away people, but that has been resolved. South Africa has the best nature and wildlife and historical destinations and food and vibrant communities, comedies. It is one of the most visited nations in Africa. About 10 million visitors come to South Africa to just tour the wildlife, and they have the best parks. If you want to see the big five, they call them the big five animals. These are lions, tigers, giraffes, elephants, and one more, I'm forgetting. Anyway, if you want to see those, then you can, of course, think about South Africa. Now, in conclusion, I want to say that we have the basics of how to Google for safety. There is a website called Wildlife in South Africa, and also the South African government website. You can also Google there to see when is it safe to travel, like when there are not political elections, that would be the best time to go and visit. And then I've also told you how to plan a trip. Do your good research. If you ever want to travel anywhere for a vacation, South Africa is one of the best places to go to. Thank you, and I hope you enjoyed my speech. Bye.